And, part two of the Passport Bros, Passport Sister Explained video. And it's going to be exposed later on. But the first part was breaking down all the history, the people, the anti, but we're going to show you more of the evidence that they spent $100 million on Passport Bros sister stuff. To get you to stop going overseas. So, let's talk about the power that women have accumulated over the past. Let's see. So, let's see the age of how old the feminist movement is. The feminist organization movement started in 1848. It is 2025. 177 years old. 100-year-old movement. And over $1 trillion in power. Now, you ask yourself, now, you know that. Let's see all of the reckless stuff that these women been doing. The dating here. So, you have a woman who's mad because she got an STD from a guy who has a big slung. And the guy said he slept with over 3,000 women. And then she came on crying about it. This happened last year, I think. Last year or probably 2023. Right? Let's give you an example. Let's give you some other stuff. So, the kind of options that you have over here is a bunch of OnlyFans girls. Mind you, she's not with the guy anymore. Having kids with the wrong guys. Or you would be sacked up with a woman who's thinking about a dead guy and embarrassing you and making you do stupid stuff. Jada Pinkett Smith is the blueprint on what a lot of married men are dealing with in today's world. Akash, that Indian guy that Byron Gaines basically exposed. Pierce, what's his name? Pierce Morgan, his wife doing the same thing to him. The guys who are going against you, telling you you need to have sex and go get married, they want you to be in the same spot as these guys, where your wife embarrass you, make you spend money that you're not supposed to be spending. There's a guy in this space, I forgot his name, and his wife is really below average, and she spends all his tech money on useless shit trying to look good, and she's still ugly as hell. And you can see that even he said in the chat, if he had a chance to get married back then, he would have never got married. He said it in the chat. Dealing with situations like this, where you think your dick is going to be able to calm the nerves of girls. Mind you, these guys been out here thinking that they can fuck feminism away and failing miserable and dying and losing all types of movements and everything else. Women been given so much power, it mentally breaks them. Remember the female who the beauty queen who jumped off a roof? There's videos of her screaming at men, calling them losers and all this other shit. And she tried to take her own life because her mental expectations, she didn't make it. A lot of these women put expectations on everybody else, and then eventually when they have nobody else to subjugate and bully and make fun of, they start doing it to themselves, and then they just delete themselves. The girl right here, Gucci Third Leg, has claimed he slept with 3,000 women. Your boy Mr. Fantastic got a screenshot of him. It was last year, 2024. We're talking about herpes when they got HIV too. Black women have the highest cases of HIV, higher than straight men. Right? In America, women don't face reality. They don't face reality. They don't face consequences. And in the Western countries, they don't. They continue to do things over and over and over until they go to other places. Now, Bonnie Blue just got arrested in a Muslim country because she thought that she can go to the country and have sex all over. And they basically said they're about to put her away for 15 years, right? This is a catalog of passport sis failing. A lot of women don't understand that their power only resides in the places where the government spend trillions of dollars to give them this power and to depower men. The T-Page was a internet website in order to expose men, to warn women on other men. But then it turned out that all these women were doing was sleeping with the same men, telling lies on them because they got rejected. And no one wants to talk about this they didn't want to talk about this for a long period of time. Your boy Super Sly, Scott Galloway, and all these other people didn't want to talk about this, that these women were having sex and sleeping with the same guys. But then they turn around 3-4 months later talking about the male loneliness. But they never want to touch this. So I'll leave that for later. Remember the Asian girl who everybody was using, and then we found out that she was raised by white men, a white family, and then even white men said they didn't want her? She was part of it. She was part of it too. She was milking content. Mind you, a failed single mom who sleep in a car, and also a single mom who actually is homeless now because the YouTube algorithm changed and she couldn't milk going against passport bros and anything else. So basically she lost. The women who leave their husbands for a hot fling, and then when they see that they're alone, truly alone, and they made mistakes, they take their lives. This woman who was a skydiving expert, jumped out of a plane and didn't deploy her parachute. She plummeted 15,000 feet in the air. You hear me laughing? Do I supposed to have empathy for a woman who left her husband of many years to go with a hot flame, and then the guy used her and threw her away? Then she was alone and tried to get with the husband. The husband said, I don't ever want to talk to you ever again, you stupid whore. And then she went on a bender, right? It's funny that nobody talks about the women here who drug and rob guys, but they want to talk about it happening overseas in a whole high rate. So let's talk about the OnlyFans stuff, right? I told you that the OnlyFans is not what it's not what it is, right? Americans spend $2.6 billion on OnlyFans. The numbers are not conflating, because every single woman is talking about how much money they making. They making 20 million, 30 million, 40 million. There's celebrities who saying they made 40, 50 million. I told you that the OnlyFans shit is false. It's a bunch of billionaires and multimillionaires that are funding these women to basically launder their money. They get rid of the dirty money so they can get clean money into OnlyFans. They highly invest, because if we want to be real, a lot of these OnlyFans women, they survive off of married men and men in relationships, not single men. So, broke it down. There was so many videos that was trying to sell you a dream to go to Wakanda, to go to Africa, to go to these countries. They were trying to use you for their plan. Now,
the McDonald's snack wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch snack wrap. Spicy snack wrap. You broke the internet for a snack. Snack wrap is back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Come outside, you better have a jacket on. Come outside.
Can I sell this? Now, the only way I could really properly break this thing.
Now, mind you, this is a Super Sly was a O'Shea guzzler, right? Super Sly turned on O'Shea because he didn't get enough attention, like a little bitch, and he ended up making a video that he probably is going to take down, but O'Shea made a video about exposing Uganda and the scamming and how they treated black Americans, right? While there's other people like your boy Austin Holloman and Fake the Greatness, how these guys were telling you that you need to go to Africa. It was this whole movement of telling black men to go to Africa, get married in Africa, stay away from the Latino countries, stay away from the Asian countries, go to Africa. And then it failed. And then some of them hide and they had videos on. Right now, the Congo is having a civil war. They're having wars right now. And let's see what this is right here.
Down is to have the actual live streams that he was running his mouth on. But unfortunately, we don't have it because O'Shea does display acts of cowardice.
Oh, yeah, just like you. You took down your old passport videos. You took down your videos talking about Game Changer and his fake sexual assault with a girl in a space who was having sex with multiple people offline. You took down a lot of videos, or your anti-passport bro sentiment, and all the stuff that you lied about. So you're a coward too. He's talking about himself.
O'Shea does display acts of cowardice. Now, it'd be one thing if you put it behind a paywall, and because O'Shea is now becoming a victim of his own success. And then I remember I watched part of it. They were like, come home. And he said, no, he took the Kevin Samuels route. Pay me. You got to pay me to come home. My visa don't expire till next year. Nigga, this not about paying you to come. This is why you got to stop putting people on pedestals. You have to treat YouTubers as entertainers, nothing more, nothing.
He talking about himself, because remember, when he created the passport gate situations, everybody took hair to him and they started using his videos against passport bros back in 2017 and 18 and 19. Now we have to start treating YouTubers like what? Like entertainers now when you guys lose power? Okay.
Less. For the majority of it, YouTubers don't give a fuck about you people that consume the content, and vice versa. But in a moment of concern, when people are genuinely concerned for you, and your only response is pay me, well, nigga, the hell with you. You come online, complain because you got jacked, and people are like, okay, man, if it's that bad, come home. And your only response is, well, you got to pay me. Nigga, fuck you. Well, we hope something else bad happens to you there. Hey, what happens when... You know what? I don't want to do that. Hey, what happens when... Ooh, okay. Wait, no. Let me, no. How can I make this nice? How can I say this very nicely? You know what? I'll just not even say that part aloud. I don't want people to take it the wrong way. Wait, yeah, why? Listen, O'Shea is the drug dealer that brings you the frozen turkeys. Right? It's tough to come back to, man, we ain't trying to hear that shit. We ain't trying to hear that. He got money. Nah, he rich, remember? Nah, Roscoe. We ain't giving him no pass. Listen, he throws his nouveau rich money in y'all's faces. Anton throws his nouveau rich money in y'all's faces, and y'all take it. How you gonna let somebody nouveau rich? You know, I would take this. I would mildly let an old rich nigga, disrespect me. Old money. I'll take it from old money because it's old money. But nouveau rich? No, sir. I'll never let a nouveau rich person talk smack, throw their money in my face. Like, nigga, you just now getting to it. Nah. Old money, yeah. Nouveau rich? Nah. No, that's okay. No, thank you. A lot of people have given this dude a pass because y'all got relationships with him and you don't want to mess it up. For what? At this point, we're past the collabs. Ain't no more rumbles.
Now, mind you, this is the same guy who throw his past sexual experience to everybody else. Mind you, the videos that he took down. The videos he took down. Mind you, I have a whole series on this dude. Right? But he's a good, vast pot of hypocriticy. The guy forgot the things he said 6-7 years ago. Like I said, as somebody who did PI work, you tend to remember a lot of different things, and that's one of the things that made me somewhat a good quote unquote PI. That's what I'm gonna call it, but it was PI work, technically, the technical terms. But other than that, to cover my ass. You tend to remember a lot of different things and remember what people say. It's just I can't go around grabbing so much data and putting it in hard drives. I mean, I had a lot of videos. I lost 80% of my data. I download half of it. But at the same time, the key things notes, half of these people, the clips are gone, the videos are gone. I can only go back to the things that I said during that time, doing the things that these people said during that time, because a lot of people took the shit down. But let's go.
Go reward yourself. Go play. Chevy Silverado, America's #1 full-size pickup for initial quality and dependability.
Nigga, fuck you. Trying to talk smack about the indigenous people that here. Oh, why can't you make it? Why aren't you successful? What's holding you back? He's no better than these immigrants we complain about right now. Okay? He's no better. You went on these crazy ass tangent and these rants about a whole goddamn great, slew of people while you're in their country, and you pulled the shit down. And if what is being told to me is true, you're only saying this shit because you're a victim. Now, once again, it's all alleged. Nobody knows the truth. Man, come on. Like, you have to give the. Oh, how are you today, sir? I'm good. Would that be cash or card? Oh, hey. Go to report a crime and you.
Maybe 2 hours late. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, he'll downplay it, or she'll downplay it all the time.
Now, mind you, O'Shea's the biggest fucking hypocrite of all time. He went after Passport Bros, and he was part of the $100 million effort to go against Passport Bros. So I'm going to show you more and more of the effort against Passport Bros. I'm going to show you the videos, some of the stuff.
Floyd went up.
Guys like him, he's married to a below average black woman, and he's in Canada. So basically his whole thing is to go after anybody who talks about black women and made money off the Passport Bro name. He's not talking about Passport Sisters. This is why I say that you have to understand when things happen. You see see how a person is when 10 things happen and they only talk about one thing. Because this guy went missing. All of the Passport Sis stuff, he goes missing all the time. Now, at some point, the Passport Sis thing, right? He's not talking about that. He wanted to talk about Floyd, an experiment that was created by black women, funded by black women, not black men. Let's go more.
$5 and get 500 spins on Cash Eruption slots, plus a first day replay up to 1,000 in credits.
And my, as you see on the side of the screen right.
Now, mind you, they paid Stephanie Regarlo to shit on Passport Bros because of Austin Holloman. Now, her husband right here, she's no longer with. She became a Passport Sis, the opposite of Passport Sis, a Passport Sis in Brazil. And she traded in her black, dark Brazilian husband for a light-skinned musician, jazz musician in LA. But she's not going to make a video about Stephanie Regarlo changing her. Right? She's not. She's not going to. So, then you have this.
Battery level is 50%.
This she was a part of the effort against Passport Bros too. Mind you, she's not going to make videos on Passport Sis. Obviously, she's not. She's not going to make videos. Right? So, you have to understand a lot of different things. They were making money. They were making money and views off of Passport hate for a long time. For money and views. Like I said, they made $100 million. The $100 million is an effort, meaning that people got paid the equivalent of $100 million. The people that talked about Red Pill, they got paid more than that. So we have to look at all the videos that are being made. We have to look at all of the people that's out here. So you have to understand this. And we also have to involve women like
Oswego City Judge.
DoorDash girl. When she went online and posted a man naked on his couch and said she was SA'd. Oh yeah, and another guy. This guy. He's a fake manosphere guy as well. He's just a reaction channel. Now, he wants to feel special because he's a former player. He's showing his little accomplishments to the below average girls that he got. And he thinks that he has the authority to tell you what to do. Now, mind you, he has also your boy, the single mom guy. He is absolutely nothing. He's irrelevant. He just still get a high lot of views. But, you know, the guy is not at his peak, right? You know, allocations. What's his name? So So, mind you, this guy right here, last year, he had a million views, right? If you go to his channel now, since he turned on, the manosphere, and he said he wasn't red pill, he can't even pull half of that like he did before. He was feminine, he was effeminate, he said a lot of crazy shit, and people left him alone. Respect to a lot of people from leaving this dude alone. Now, you have to understand that they spent a lot of money telling men that losers, they calling them names. They spent probably close to hundreds of billions of dollars talking down to black men. And calling them losers and being in comment section saying how much of the losers they are. And the effort, the $100 million effort, failed miserably. Some of these countries are scared because they don't want their stuff that's going on overseas to be put on Front Street. So now they're confiscating and they're sending people back, guys that they think that there's going to be a problem by showing the things that they don't want the world to see, right? Now, you have to understand that how can all these women spend over $100 million on going after passport bros? Well, they made sure that women had more money than men. Now, O'Shea has a video that's recent, yesterday, about the women in Atlanta. 2 videos in Atlanta that I put over here. One is a video of a woman who scammed women out of all their money by trying to teach them a course to flip houses, and they end up scamming the girl. I mean, the girl ended up scamming them. So probably like $2-3 million. Let's hear the story.
They were sold a dream.
Come to class, don't miss it. Come get this good education.
I invested 65,000.
90K I invested with her.
But what they say, this woman in it.
Those are big money numbers. They got scammed. Close to millions of dollars. This is the type of money that these people have to spend on pipe dreams. Black-owned businesses. So, you're going to try to tell me that they didn't spend $100 billion on by planting certain men, paying YouTubers, paying certain people a lot of money to talk about passport bros? You're going to tell me that that didn't happen?
Since the 19...
Cheaper, like you hear that, like you can buy a house in the South is so much cheaper than the North, and it's only going to get more expensive because people are always coming here, moving here. I get it. People will say we full, but I just think rent prices are rising.
Stepped up.
Are in the city of Atlanta, and they're...
See what happened? Remember a few years ago when they was trying to tell you to go to Atlanta because the pickings of women were so great? Remember your boy Vermil was running around shooting porn over there and telling you to go to Atlanta? Remember that and said how easy it is to get women over there? Remember they was telling you to go to New York, or they was telling you to go to all these different places that turned out to be a bust? Now they're high STD spots, high HIV spots now. Now they're expensive because a lot of these people are spending money that they don't have. Most of these people are broke, and that it was over 70,000 evictions in Atlanta. They just said this year alone, right? They tell you the stats. They tell you the stats of how women own more houses than men and how women own more cars, but they don't tell you how much they spend on makeup and hair and clothes. A lot of these women spend money based off their emotions. They don't spend logically. They spend more money. That's why they need men to supplement certain things for them. They're entertaining. So you think that they won't become emotional and start spending money to try to get a bunch of men so we can come back over here and spend money on them so they don't spend money on overspend on the money that they spending on themselves? Let's see. Shout out to Andrew, the Andrew Show. He talks about the drama of Passport Bros and stuff, and he had this good nugget right here. So a woman went over to Colombia to have fun. Now, mind you, they never talk about the fact that the women travel for dick, because everybody thinks that dick is gold, mind you, and think that dick is rare. These women will go have sex with any group of guys they can in order to feel a rush. They just don't feel a rush for you. Never let somebody tell you what make your dick get hard. Just like they never tell a woman what makes her wet. So why is these guys and these women telling you what make your dick get hard when it's your dick and your dick is your dick? Right? Your dick is your dick and their dick is their dick. So why is they always trying to tell you what to do with it and how a woman looks? But they understand women biologically because they have advantage over that. Oh yeah, women like tall men. You know, your boy Mr. Fantastic is bragging about his size again, acting like, you know, he could take all the women down and everything else. But let's get to this one.
They're not your friends, but you're just getting to know them, you know, or these are people. No, we talked about this.
This girl right here was a lesbian who got robbed in Colombia. Now, mind you, the anti-passport bros, women don't take L's in their eyes. Women can't take L's in their eyes. This is why they don't talk about passport sis. This is why they don't talk about them, right? They only talk about men's failures, the men dying, the men going to jail overseas, the men doing this. But there's a lot of women that took L's. This woman took an L. This is 7 months ago that nobody talked about.
We've heard this side. They're not your friends, but I'm starting to understand it, though. Not out with them. Well, you know, I gotta go, and their phones are ringing like. Then she got admitted. I made copies of my ID and my. Move that way in certain areas, and that's fine. That's beyond.
This girl went over to Colombia to have unsanctioned fun. A lot of people don't want their sexual lives on Front Street to be told to other people. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people move and pay for sex overseas. They don't want their sexual exploits to go out. The women here, they don't give a fuck. And there's no consequences for them. But women overseas, it's consequences. You start doing that exposed shit, you end up dead in a dish. In a ditch. And there's different rules overseas than it is over here.
On you. But when I check into these places, I'm gonna make sure. Especially
if you wanna go to this right here, go to this video, check it out, look at the story, because it got low views because, you know, women are not supposed to get scopamine. In Colombia, everybody's using scopamine. The women are getting scopamine, the gay men are getting scopamine, a lot of people getting scopamine. What happened in Brazil, from what I was told, in Brazil is tired of Americans and foreigners dying over there, and they felt like it was a gang's fault. So they went in, they raided the gang, killed 112 people, laid their body out, and basically that was a warning shot to stop going after the tourists, stop going after the Americans. You can go after each other, but don't go after the Americans. They did this back in 2008, when they did another raid, which you can look it up. They did a raid before the Olympics, and they built walls and stuff so they can clean it up. And they did the same thing, the same playbook they did before to try to clean up it so they can get the tourists. They know that Colombia is fucking up, so they want people to come to Brazil so their economy can get boosted up in one area. So, in 2025, the nightclub industry is going down. It's pretty much nobody in the club but the women. And they're finding now they have to pay more money in the clubs. Isn't it funny that nobody talks about that the women are pushing the singles events? They're the ones complaining about online about nobody approaching them. They're online saying how they're lonely. But there's no videos and there's no stuff telling them that the women epidemic is loneliness. They're not talking about the clubs are being emptied and all these businesses are closing down because these businesses depend on men trying to take women out. If a guy don't like coffee, the Starbucks start closing down. If a guy don't want to do all this extra shit, they're going to start closing down. So, before we get to the passport main stuff, you got to understand that there's so much pitfalls in this country. There's a Michigan coach who basically lost $30 million because he was sleeping with his staffer because his wife stopped having sex with him. And he decided to mess up his whole entire career to sleep with a staffer instead of going to his wife, getting divorced, and being a single man. And then pay out some of that money and take the hit. Because, in America, when you get American, you know, you're going to have to take the hit. But he was going to get paid $30 million. He could have been smart about it, too. But, hey. This is what your boy Super Slot said.
So, Michigan's former head football coach, Sharon Moore, had a fight with his wife and then went to the assistant's house, whom he was having an affair with, and put a knife to his throat, threatening to take himself and the assistant out. And this assistant has 4 kids, and this affair has been going on for a couple years. So then the wife shared his location to the cops, where they intercepted him at a church. There's so much to unpack here. And then his charges are 3 counts of sodomy, 1 count of assault, and 1 count of illegal seduction. Come on, black man, y'all know y'all can't be doing stuff like, y'all can't be wilding, like, oh my God.
Now, mind you, this is the same dude who tells black men to go fuck anything and everything. This is the same dude who had a video on telling men to go with
battery level is 70%.
Jail women. But now he's in another video saying you're wilding. You see what this mixed signal shit is? So, let me tell you what's been going on for the past couple of years, ever since Austin Holloman. The women has been funding Austin Holloman, Floyd, and J. Rollo to poison the passport bro movement, right? They have been trying to make the image of passport anybody who travel or anywhere overseas to make them stop and be used and abused, right? They've been putting fake information out there and saying that nobody wants them in Colombia. A Master One teacher, I forgot what his name is now, Skylar Digger, he been putting it out there, talking about how they were lying and stuff. And now they're pushing the narrative that, women are using men overseas, and they're creating groups to go after passport bros and stuff like that. Like dudes say they passport bros in real life, they don't, right? And there's men out there that's flourishing, but they're not going to talk about them. They're just going to put them all in the category of passport bros. So they created the J. Rollos. They created this type of stuff that's happening overseas, where
Mexico, my fuck is this a flex?
These particular guys are going overseas because they're getting funded by the women. Secretly getting funded by the women. So they can mess it up. They sending these guys to every country they know to fuck it all up. To mix it in with you. Alright? Then they never talked about the L's they got. Let's hear about this. Where is it at? Hey, where is it at?
We are gardeners.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Gemini, what's Portuguese for I love you?
Amot. I learned that on set. Love Actually, 2003.
Amonte. Thanks, Gemini.
See, I told you.
Now, mind you, that was last year, and these women went to Africa thinking they can wave their hands. The 4 women waved their hands and use their money to try to manipulate the situation. They thought that their money will work like it worked in America. They think that they came over there with $500,000 or $100 million, or not $100 million. They thought they was gonna come over there with $50 million and think that they was gonna tell the men what to do. Well, the men slapped them down, took them out, and was like, I'd rather be broke than to be under your rulership. That's it. Same thing what happened with the dude that went to Colombia. I forgot his name is. Timothy Reed. He went over there with $500,000. $400 million. And kicked people out. They popped them in the head. That money got lost. That money's doing. It's probably still locked up. The family probably got it now. But they didn't get it. The money that he spent and gave the landlord and all that stuff, yeah, they got it. But the rest of that is locked up. It's gone. And if he did carry that much money with him physically, he was the dumbest motherfucker alive. And they took all of it. But I think that they said that they was trying to get his money.
Why go later? But I'm going to go to the hospital.
That and
here, don't come here. She told y'all. She told y'all women 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. She told you exactly the type of men that were there. Now, we can't speak of all men, but you know, she was giving her experience and what's been happening since then. You know how many emails I get from people who want me to do videos, what's going on in the Gambia and Ghana, all this right here. I will do things as a teaching moment because our brothers and sisters are lost. They're lost, especially when you want to talk about coming in foreign lands and then you want to hook up with a local. Really? We know that's not love. We know it's a business deal.
See? And the women going overseas thinking that they can do better than the men, but don't understand that you have to take that mentality out. You've been treating men like shit, and you've been calling men names, saying all this other shit. You think that you'll be able to take that attitude overseas? No one talked about this, right? The $100 million effort.
imagine you got and you just come in here to live your best life. I've divined me.
Before.
Her name was Audrey Davis, and I believe the channel she had was Soul Star. Soul Star.
Now, there you go. Now, you see it. You see it now. The second. Now we're gonna expose the passport system. I'm gonna break it down. Basically, why nobody is gonna ever report on their L's. This is what happened. Now you guys know why Floyd, J. Rollo is able to keep up. It's because the women are supplying them. They've been funding sabotage as much as they can. They've been calling embassies. They've been telling the locals. Some even tried to pay off the women overseas to tell you to use you, to set you up and kill you. I heard about a group of women over here, white women, American women. They was talking about it, and nobody ever is going to tell you this. There was a group of people that told me, there was somebody who told me that there was a group of women that were paying women to set men up to kill them or to rob them, and then they tell them to keep the money. They was sending women. They was actually paying people. They paid the women who was from those countries to pay to set up the men. That's why a lot of men been getting set up, because they've been paying. There's been a ring, and the reason why Trump is going after some of these countries, because he knows what they're doing overseas. The cartel turned down some of these women to set guys up in Mexico. Some of these gangs in Brazil told them no. Some of these people in Colombia told them no. But there's a couple groups and a couple women that were set up. They literally was spending money to get guys killed. They were spending money to put news stories out there. So guess what? This is the password system. They were trying to make sure that they were doing as much as they can. But guess what happened? Trump got in office. They start to run out of money. So now, their plan to destroy men, they started losing funding. Now they have to go overseas and compete with those men. And it's not working. It's failing big time.